For the record, I do not own or claim to own any of the images or music in this video. My channel is a fair use channel. I take images and clips from movies, media, and give my commentary on it for teaching, reporting, and research. No copyright claim intended. So for this sync, I want to explore Morpheus as not the hero and the good guy of the movie The Matrix, but as the bad guy and a very dangerous man. The Matrix is another movie about child abuse, child trauma, and the sickness that these men have and their lust for power and control. Morpheus is a misogynistic, narcissistic predator. He hates and feels trapped by the world he lives in, which he calls the Matrix or Mother Earth. Morpheus wants to live in a world that is completely male-dominated. He doesn't want to live in a world where there's softness, creativity, love. He only wants to live in a world where people have to do what he says, or people have to abide by his rules. And all he wants to do is wage war and fight. Now, it might not make sense to certain people, but what you need to understand is that certain men, like I said, are lost in their minds. And they don't want peace. They want problems.
Don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Morpheus uses various tactics to trick and lure people into his weird imagination, this weird world where, again, there is no femininity, no beauty, no creativity, only his rules. One of his tactics is preying on people that are in desperate situations. Neo is unhappy in his life. He's 2 seconds from getting fired from his job, and he is also being investigated by the law for computer hacking crimes. Morpheus knows that desperate people make good victims. Another tactic is Morpheus uses psychedelics. In order to really get into someone's mind, he knows that they need to be under the influence in order to believe the insanity that he believes. So he uses psychedelics to make the mind more malleable to his ideas. And he also uses technology. While Morpheus is a dangerous and sick man, he's also highly intelligent and has created technology to where he's figured out how to upload people's consciousness into technology. And this is important. These visuals are very important. The holes in the probe, these are symbolic images that show that he is abusing someone's mind, grooming and then abusing Neo's mind. For him, this is the ultimate pussy, brain pussy, to be able to have complete control over someone's mind.
Wanted to know what the Matrix is, Neo? Trinity. Try to relax. This will feel a little weird.
scene was Morpheus raping Neo's mind. He didn't get express permission. He didn't get consent. Everyone whose mind he so-called freed, he manipulated and manufactured consent. He tricked these people. And that probe is an extension of his penis. And, where physically, I believe he is guilty of sexually assaulting people, but this scene represents it in a different way. Like, again, the hole in the back of his head and that probe represents an extension of Morpheus's manhood. In this scene, Morpheus even admits to lying to Neo for his own selfish reasons. He frees Neo, or what he calls freeing Neo, and lets him know that, it's not customary to unplug someone over a certain age. But he did it because he felt like Neo was the one, which is, again, him lying, him running game to make Neo feel important enough to go along with his scam.
I can't go back, can I?
No. But if you could, would you really want to? I feel I owe you an apology. We have a rule. We never free a mind once it's reached a certain age. It's dangerous. The mind has trouble letting go. I've seen it before, and I'm sorry. I did what I did because I had to.
Another important theme in the Matrix movie is the phrase, know thyself. Knowing yourself is very key in being able to break free from the programming and the manipulation and the brainwashing that Morpheus does. Cypher was the one who knew himself. And in my opinion, in this movie, Cypher was the one.
You, want a drink?
Sure.
I know what you're thinking. Because right now I'm thinking the same thing. Actually, I've been thinking it ever since I got here. Why, oh why, didn't I take the blue pill? Good shit, huh? Dozer makes it. It's good for two things. Degreasing engines and killing brain cells.
Oh.
So, can I ask you something? Did he tell you why he did it? Why you're here? Jesus! What a mind job. So you're here to save the world. What do you say to something like that? Little piece of advice. You see an agent, you do what we do. Run. You run your ass off.
Thanks for the drink.
Cypher has wisdom. He has wisdom because he knows himself. And he knows that no one man could possibly save the world. He sees the con job. He sees the scam. He sees right through Morpheus. And he wants out.
You killed them.
What?
Oh, God.
I'm tired, Trinity. I'm tired of this war. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of this ship being cold, eating the same goddamn goop every day. But most of all, I'm tired of that jagoff and all of his bullshit. Surprise, asshole! I bet you never saw this coming, did you? God, I wish I could be there. When they break you, I wish I could walk in just when it happens. So right then, you'd know it was me.
You gave them Morpheus.
He lied to us, Trinity. He tricked us. If you would have told us the truth, we would have told you to shove that red pill right up your ass.
That is not true, Cypher. He set us free.
Free. You call this free? All I do is what he tells me to do. If I gotta choose between that and the Matrix, I choose the Matrix.
Cypher understands that the Matrix is indeed the real world. He's disappointed in Trinity because he knows that for one, he is in love with Trinity. And again, I feel like Cypher was the one. He believed that he was the one. And the Oracle told Trinity that she would fall in love with the one. And there was some chemistry between them. Cypher is disappointed in Trinity's lack of ability to think for herself, how gullible she is to Morpheus. He realizes that there's nothing that he can do for her. He just has to leave her under Morpheus's spell. Trinity is also an example of the type of women or type of people that men like Morpheus like to use. Men like Morpheus love women that they can use, even though they despise women. Women make the best allies to them because women, once you get inside a woman's head, there's nothing that a man can convince a woman to do once he has a hold over her. And this is a perfect example with Trinity. He has a complete hold over Trinity's mind. And Trinity is actively helping this man recruit young boys to harm and assault.
Yeah.
Is everything in place?
You weren't supposed to relieve me.
I know, but I felt like taking a shift.
You like him, don't you? You like watching him.
Don't be ridiculous.
We're gonna kill him. You understand that?
Morpheus believes he is the one.
Do you?
It doesn't matter what I believe.
You don't, do you?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Are you sure this line is clean?
Yeah, of course I'm sure.
It doesn't matter what I believe is a strong statement. Trinity's blind faith with her overwhelming ignorance is what gives men like Morpheus power. Turning human beings into batteries is Morpheus's vision. This is how he wants to take over and rule and dominate the world, by using people as an abundant source of energy for what he wants to do. Remember, everything he showed Neo in the White Void are programs that he uploaded to Neo's mind. This technology helps to make his con more real. I want to tie that into another movie, The Manchurian Candidate. In The Manchurian Candidate, we see another Neo, another man that's being lied to, in the use of sophisticated drugs and technology to create a lie in his mind that he believes. These men were led to believe that they were a part of a war, but this war never existed. Again, sophisticated drugs and technology was used to create these memories in these men's minds. Dangerous men like this have existed throughout certain pockets of history. These men crop up and they are possessed of nature spirits. And I want you to keep that in mind because I'm working on another sync video about nature spirits and how dangerous they can be. But being able to hack in someone's mind, control their memories, control their thoughts, is what these men lust for. Again, power and control. So I want to wrap this up and get back to Morpheus as a child abuser and a child murderer. This scene was very interesting, and the initials SA on the chair, to me, are not a coincidence. To me, that represents SA, sexual assault. And this is as he's going to visit the Oracle and her children. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, I guess. This man isn't blind. He's another con artist, and they nod to each other and recognizing each other as being scammers and not honest men. The name Morpheus means the god of sleep and dreams. Or we can also call him Dr. Sleep. In this movie, there is disturbing images of children being murdered. If that bothers you, skip this movie. Don't watch it. It is very, very troubling. It's very disturbing. But the name says it all. And I just wanted to tie this in to remind people that his crimes are insidious and dangerous and also involving children because, children have powerful minds, and he wants to be able to control that. He wants to be able to control what children are thinking, the energy, their ability to create things with their mind, their powerful imaginations. Now, I want you guys to remember that he told Neo that it's not customary of him to free a child over a certain age because the mind has trouble letting go. So, again, tying in Dr. Sleep, he is experimenting on children. He's experimenting on the minds of children. And he goes to see the Oracle to get her to tell Neo that he's the one. But again, the Oracle is protecting Neo and she's protecting these children. She knows that Morpheus is a dangerous man. But ultimately, she can't stop him from manipulating people and tricking people, which is why she's always saying, you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to stand guard against people like this because they exist. And we also have the rabbits in the background. We can also tell that the Oracle is protecting the children by her own subtle cunning and manipulation. Again, Morpheus believes that Neo is the one. But again, he's too old. He knows that he's not supposed to free a mind over a certain age. But if you're really looking to end a war and you really believe that someone is the one, look at the way he's overlooking these gifted children. These two little girls have the ability to move matter with their minds. Neo, when he uploads Neo's mind into the white void, Neo can't do anything. He's struggling like anybody else. And here it is, you have these children that can do amazing, wondrous things. But again, he's focused on Neo because I believe that the Oracle is protecting these children.
Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
There is no spoon?
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself.
The Oracle will see you now.
That little boy gave Neo more wisdom than Morpheus ever did. Clearly, these children could end the war and stop all the horrible things that Morpheus claims he's trying to end, but that's not what he wants. He doesn't want the war to end. He wants the war to continue, which is why he frees Neo and not these children. The Oracle is using her wisdom and cunning to protect these children. And I want you to remember this actress because we've seen her in the movie The Atlanta Child Murders in the 80s. The Atlanta Child Murders is about the horrific crimes of dozens of young children being murdered in Atlanta, and not much was done about it. There was nobody protecting these children. And there are lots of people that believe that law enforcement and political figures had a lot to do with these murders. There was one man arrested and charged, but not many answers were given, and not much was solved about this these horrific crimes. In the movie, she plays Camille Bell, a concerned parent filled with outrage and anger at how nothing was really being done effectively to protect the children in that neighborhood. And she pointed out that they had the resources, they had the manpower, they had everything, but nobody was still protecting children. So I want to end this video here. Again, the movie The Matrix, again, this is my perspective. Again, I believe that Morpheus was not the good guy. He is a very dangerous man, a child murderer. And again, these type of behaviors, like, it's very pervasive. And, as I was making this video, the issue with the Dalai Lama telling this little boy to suck his tongue happened. Again, we see men in power abusing their power all the time. And if we want to make things better for children, we have to, be okay with being outraged. We have to, as women, as people that love children, as people that love our environment, because all of this is affected. We have to be able to stand up and speak out against these types of behavior, against this type of lawlessness. So I just want to encourage you all to, again, stop encouraging people, stop encouraging men in power just because they have power. Everything is being affected by this. If you don't see how the environment is changing, the weather is changing, our children are changing, something has to give. But again, this is my perspective on it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave your opinions in the comments. Thank you.